Hi, I'm Mary, a librarian and book reviewer with a focus on stories written for kids, tweens, and teens. Today I get to share with you this book called The Vase with the Golden Cracks by Fran Nuno and illustrated by Susanna Sele. This is the story of a boy and his father, and the father loves to have this vase filled with words that he loves in Japanese. So, what is interesting about these words is that many of them don't have a direct translation, and they speak more to the culture of Japan than they do to the individual words. So, every day when he reads one of the words to his son, the father explains what it means, and then they go about their day. Now, one day, the boy accidentally knocks the vase over and it shatters. And he expects to be reprimanded, but his father teaches him one more lesson about Japanese culture and about how even when things break, there are beautiful ways to put them back together again. This lovely story celebrates all of the things that happen in one culture, and the fact that this focuses on Japanese language and culture is beautiful, and also it reminds every reader that no matter what culture one comes from, there are specifics in that language and culture that are not easily translated to another one. Interestingly, the original of this book was written in Spanish and translated to English for this particular story using Japanese words. So you have a blend of lots of different languages and cultures that have come together to make this story possible, and it makes readers consider how their individual languages or their home language might be the same or different from others around the world. So, as you can see, this story has a lot of softness to the illustrations, and not only that, but it's printed on special paper. That's actually not paper. So, it is environmental in its design, and each page looks like paper, but it doesn't feel like paper. It's a little bit soft and smooth, and so it goes along with the softness of the illustrations as well. So as you can see, there's a lot to kind of unpack from these illustrations. You can see the boy in his experience and also the culture that surrounds him in both color and texture and design. And there's not a huge amount of text on each page, but because of the design of it and it's kind of recounting a narrative, it doesn't have the drive or the forward momentum of a lot of action featured stories. So it's definitely a slower pace, and that matches really beautifully with the illustrations. You can see how the boy and his father interact with one another in the pictures, and there's just a lot to see and appreciate about the different textures and approach of the illustrations themselves. So if readers are familiar with Japanese, there's going to be some things that are recognizable in the story. If they're not familiar with Japanese, there's definitely going to be some things to learn, and it might inspire readers to create vases of their own with words that they love in their home languages. If this sounds like a great fit for you or for someone you know, I hope you look for it wherever you get your books.